Hello students, it's nice to meet you again. In this video, we are going to study paper 5, Probability and Statistics 1, taken from May-June 2024, paper 5-2. Question 1. Rajesh applies once every year for a ticket to a music festival. The probability that he is successful in any particular year is 0.3, independently of other years. A. Find the probability that Rajesh is successful for the first time on his 7th attempt. So this one, X follow geometric distribution with probability of success 0.3. This geometric distribution because this is the case where we repeat the trial until the first success. And then the question asks the probability that X is equal to 7. The formula is Q to the power of n minus 1 times P. So because the success is on the 7th attempt, it means that the first 6 attempts are failed. So 0.7 to the power of 6 times the 7th attempt is successful times 0.3. The answer is 0.0353. Part B. Find the probability that Rajesh is successful for the first time before his 6th attempt. So it's still geometric distribution, but now the question asks to find probability X less than 6 because the first success before his 6th attempt. And then using complement, we can write probability X less than 6 is equal to 1 minus probability X greater than 5. And then the formula for geometric distribution, probability X greater than n is Q to the power of n. It means that here the n is 5. It means that the first 5 attempts are all failed. So 1 minus 0.7 to the power of 5. The answer will be 0.832. Part C. Find the probability that Rajesh is successful for the second time on his 10th attempt. So now the distribution change into binomial. X follow the binomial distribution with 9 trials and probability of success is 0.3. Why 9 trials? Because we know that on the 10th attempt, it must be successful. But it is the second success is on the 10th attempt. It means that there is one success on the first 9 attempt. There is one success in the first 9 attempt. So the n become 9. So using the formula for binomial, Px equals 1 is equal to 9 choose 1 times 0.3 to the power of 1 times 0.7 to the power of 8. And then probability the second success on the 10th attempt is this probability one success on the first 9 attempts times another success on the 10th attempt. So this is one success on the first 9 attempt, and then this is another success on the 10th attempt. Using calculator, the answer is 0.0467. Question 2. Siva has a coin which is biased so that when it is thrown, the probability of obtaining a head is 1/3. He also has a bag containing 4 red marbles and 5 blue marbles. Siva throws the coin. If he obtains a head, he selects one marble from the bag at random. If he obtains a tail, he selects 2 marbles from the bag at random and without replacement. A. Find the probability that Siva selects at least one red marble. So for the coin, we have 2 possibilities. Either Siva obtain head or tail. So probability at least one red marble is probability that he obtain head and then red, or probability that Siva obtain tail, because this is at least one red marble. It can be tail red red or tail red blue or tail blue red. Remember that when he throws a tail, then Siva take 2 marbles from the bag at random and without replacement. In this case, it is easier to use complement, because without complement, we have to find 3 probabilities. With complement, at least one marble is the same as 1 minus probability both marbles that Siva takes are blue. So now we are using complement to make it easier. This one still the same, probability head and red plus probability tail times 1 minus probability both marbles are blue. Probability head is 1/3 as it is stated in the question. And then probability red, because we have 4 red marbles, out of 9 marbles, the probability of red is 4/9. And then probability tail is 1 minus 1/3, which is 2/3. And then 1 minus the first blue, the probability is 5/9. And then since the marbles are taken without replacement, then the probability that the second is blue is 4/8, because one blue marble has been taken. The answer is 17/27. And then for part B, find the probability that Siva obtains a head given that he selects no red marbles. So this is conditional event. Probability H given no red. The formula is probability head and no red divided by probability no red marble. So probability head and then no red the same as probability head blue. And then probability no red can be probability head blue, or if he throws tail for the coin, he must take 2 marbles. So no red means tail blue and blue. And then from the question we know that probability of throwing a hat is 1/3, and then probability of taking a blue marble is 5/9. This one and this one the same, and then when he throws tail, probability that the first is blue is 5/9, the same. And then because without replacement, for the second blue, the probability is 4/8. Using calculator, we can find that the value is half. Question 3. The weights of oranges can be modeled by a normal distribution with mean 131 grams and standard deviation 54 grams. Oranges are classified as small, medium, or large. A large orange weighs at least 184 grams, and that 20% of oranges are classified as small. A. Find the percentage of oranges that are classified as large. So here, X is normally distributed with mean 131 grams, and since the standard deviation is 54 grams, then the variance is 54 square. And then oranges that are classified as large is those that weight is at least 184 grams. So we are to find probability X greater than or equal to 184, and then we change into Z value X minus mu divided by standard deviation. So it's PZ greater than or equal to 0.981. This is the area that we want to find. That area can be found using 1 minus probability Z less than 0.981. Using table, it will be 1 minus 0.837. The answer is 0.163 or 16.3%. And then for part B, find the greatest possible weight of a small orange. So again, this one still normal distribution with mean 131 and variance 54 square. And then 20% of the oranges are classified as small. So we can write probability X less than X is equal to 20%. So the smallest 20% of the oranges are classified as small. It's here the position of Z. So we need to flip the diagram. The value of Z actually negative, but our table has no negative value for Z. So we flip this one into this diagram. So this one, the Z is negative. To make it positive, we multiply by negative 1. So this one is negative Z. And then this area is 0.8. So the value of negative Z is 0.842. And the actual value of Z, because the position is here, is negative 0.842. And then using the formula, Z is equal to X minus mu divided by sigma, we can find the value of X. So the greatest possible weight of small orange is 85.5 grams. Now we continue to question number 4. The back-to-back stem and leaf diagram shows the annual salaries of 19 employees at each of two companies, Petrol and Raven. Find the median and the interquartile range of the salary of the Petrol employees. So to find median, we need to find the position of the median. It can be found using formula n plus 1 divided by 2. We have 19 employees, so 19 plus 1 divided by 2. It's equal to 10. So the median is the 10th data, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. So the median of the salary in Petrol company is $32,000. Since we need to read the key. This one means $31,200 for Petrol employee and $31,500 for Raven employee. And then to find lower quartile, we need to use the data below the median. So we have 9 data below the median, and then we find the mid value of the data below the median to be the lower quartile. So this one, the data number 5 is the lower quartile. So the lower quartile is 31,200. And then we also have 9 data above the median, and the mid value of this 9 data become the upper quartile. The mid value of the 9 data above the median is this one. So the upper quartile is 33,500. And then the IQR is Q3 minus Q1, 33,500 minus 31,200, which is equal to 2,300. The median salary of the Raven employees is 33,800 and the lower quartile is 32,000 and the upper quartile is 34,400. B. Represent the data shown in the back-to-back stem and leaf diagram by a pair of box and whisker plot in the single diagram. So box plot summarizes the data into the minimum. So the minimum data for Raven is 30,200, and then Q1, Q2, and Q3, which can be read here. And then the maximum is 36,900. So this one is the box and whisker data of Raven company. And then for Petrol company, the lowest data is 30,000, which is here. The smallest data is actually 36,800, but it seems to be an extreme value, or what we call outlier. So this one is the minimum Q1, Q2, and Q3. The whisker is not until this because the last data become the outlier. So the box and whisker plot for petrol company will be like this one. Remember, the cross here means the extreme value or outlier. And then for part C, comment on whether the mean or median would be a better representation of the data for the employees at Petrol. So in this case, because there is outlier, which is 36,800, then median will be a better representation. The reason, because median is not affected too much by the presence of outlier. So the answer is median. Question 5. Jasmine has won $5 coin, two $2 coins, and two $1 coins. She selects two of these coins at random. The random variable X is the total value in dollars of these two coins. A. Show that Px equals 7 is equal to 0.2. So Px equals 7 means that the value of the two coins, the total is 7. So it can be one $5 coin and one $2 coin, or $2 plus $5. The probability of taking $5 coin is 1 because we have only one $5 coin, divided by 5 because the total coins is 5. The total number of coin is 5, and then the probability of taking a $2 coin is 2/4 because one coin has been taken before, or 2 and 5. 2 and 5, the probability of taking $2 coin is 2 because we have two $2 coins over 5 times 1/4 because one coin has been taken before. So the total is 0.2. B. Draw up the probability distribution table for X. So probability lists all possible outcomes. The possible outcomes are X equals 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. So first outcome, probability X equals 2 is from 1 plus 1. Probability of taking $1 coin is 2/5 because we have two $1 coin. And the second, we take the $1 for the second time is 1/4. The answer is 0.1. And then X equals 3 is from 2 plus 1 and or 1 plus 2. So it will be 2/5 times 2/4. Since both of these have the same value, so we just multiply by 2. It is easier. So the answer is 0.4. And then We continue. X equals 4 is from 2 plus 2. The probability is 0.1. And Px equals 6 is from 5, 1 or 1, 5. The probability is 0.2. While probability x equals 7 has been found before. So we list all the possible outcomes here. So this one is the probability distribution table. And then find the value of variance x. To find variance, we need to find the expected value. The formula for Ex is sigma x times P. So we multiply each value of x with its probability. And then total all of them. So 2 times 0.1 plus 3 times 0.4 plus 4 times 0.1 plus 6 times 0.2 plus 7 times 0.2. The answer is 4.4. Once we found the Ex, we can now find the variance x. The formula for variance x is sigma x squared times P minus Ex squared. So we square each value of x and then multiply by the probability. And then sigma means sum. So we add all of them. And then at the end we subtract with Ex squared, which is 4.4 squared. Final answer will be 3.24. Question 6. The residents of Maching were asked to classify their local bus service. 25% of residents classified their service as good. 60% of residents classified their service as satisfactory. 15% of the residents classified their service as poor. A random sample of 110 residents of Maching is chosen. Use a suitable approximation to find the probability that fewer than 22 residents classified their bus service as good. So here, since we have a fixed sample or fixed number of independent trial, the distribution is binomial distribution with n 110 and probability of success is the percentage of residents that classified the service as good, which is 0.25. Now, since the number of sample is quite big, then we can use approximation. We can use normal distribution to approximate the value of the binomial distribution. We need to change the parameter in binomial and P into mean and variance. The mean is n times P, 110 times 0.25. It's equal to 27.5, while the variance is n times P times Q, 110 times 0.25 times 1 minus 0.25, which is 0.75. The variance is 20.625. So now we can approximate using normal with mean 27.5 and variance 20.625. The question asks to find probability x less than 22. So 22 is smaller than mean. So the position of 22 it's about here. So this rectangle is for x equals 22. But since 22 is not included, so the shaded area is this part only. So now to find the value of z, we need to apply the correction. In this case, the correction is minus 0.5. So it becomes 21.5. So probability z less than 21.5 minus mu divided by sigma is equal to probability less than probability z less than negative 1.321, which is equal to 1 minus phi 1.321. Using the table, it is equal to 1 minus 0.9068. The final answer will be 0.0932. Part B. For a random sample of 10 residents of Mahjing, find the probability that fewer than 8 classified their bus service as good or satisfactory. So probability good or satisfactory is 0.25 plus 0.6, it's equal to 0.85. So it follows binomial distribution with n is equal to 10 and probability of success 0.85. Probability that the resident classified the service as good or satisfactory. Then the question asks to find probability x less than 8 using complement. It is equal to 1 minus probability x greater than or equal to 8. It's equal to 1 minus probability 8 plus probability x equals 9 plus probability x equals 10. So using the formula in binomial, the formula is probability x equals r is equal to NCR times probability of success to the power of r times probability of failure to the power of n minus r. This is the formula in the binomial distribution. So it will be 1 minus this all. The answer is 0.180. Part C. 3 residents of Mahjing are selected at random. Find the probability that one resident classified the bus service as good, one as satisfactory, and one as poor. So we just multiply probability good times probability satisfactory times probability poor. 0.25 times 0.6 times 0.15. And then we multiply by 3 factorial. This is the same as the number of arrangement. Because for example, the 3 residents are B, A, B, and C. So one classified as good, one classified as satisfactory, and one classified as poor can be like A classified as good, B satisfactory, C poor, or it can be in any order. For example, A classified as poor, B as good, and C as satisfactory. So it's like finding the number of total arrangement of A, B, and C. This equal to 3 factorial. So the final answer will be 0.135. So students, this is the last question on this paper, question number 7. A. How many different arrangements are there of the 10 letters in the word regenerate? So in this word regenerate, we have 2 letter R and 4 is 1G, 1N, 1A, and 1T. So the number of arrangement will be 10 factorials divided by, since we have 2 identical R's, so divided by 2 factorials and divided by 4 factorials because we have 4 identical E's. The answer is 75,600. And then for part B, how many different arrangements are there of the letter in the word regenerate in which the 4 E's are together and the 2 R's are have exactly 3 letters in between them. So we need to list all the possibilities. I group the 4 E's as one group, and then this is the first possibility. So we have 3 other letters in between the 2 R's, and then since we have the total 10 letters, we have another letter here. The other possibility is this one, and then actually there are in total 6 possibilities. You can see in this diagram we have 6 possibilities, and then the number of arrangement in each possibility, the number of arrangement in each possibility is 4 factorials, because that's the number of arrangement of these 4 letters. They can be in any order. These letters are all different letters, so this one are all different letters, so 4 factorials. And we have only one arrangement of this in this group because they are all identical, and also since the R are identical, the number of arrangement between, let's say, R1 and R2 is only one arrangement because we cannot distinguish the 2 R because they are identical. So each possibility have 4 factorial arrangement. And then since we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possibility, then we multiply by 6. So the total number of arrangement according to the condition stated in the question is 144. Part C. Find the probability that a randomly chosen arrangement of the 10 letters in the word regenerate is one in which the consonant G, N, R, R, T and vowels A, E, 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 E alternate, so that no 2 consonants are next to each other and no 2 vowels are next to each other. So the consonant and the vowels must be alternate. It can be consonant, vowel. It can be like this one, or we start from vocal and then end with consonant. So there are 2 possibilities, and then for each possibility, the number of arrangement is for consonant first. The consonant, we have 5 consonants, and then we have 2 identical R. So the number of arrangement for the consonant is 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial. And then the number of arrangement of the 5 vowels is 5 factorials divided by 4 factorials, because we have 4 identical e's. And then we multiply by 2 since we have 2 possibilities, either start with consonant or start with vowel. So the total of arrangement is 600, and then because the question asks the probability, then we need to divide by the sample space. The sample space in this case is our question to part A of this question. We found it before, it's 75,600. So the probability is 600 divided by 75,600. We simplify into 1/126. Okay, students, we have discussed all the questions in paper 5/2 May June 2024. I hope this video can help you to prepare yourself for the Cambridge exam. Thank you for watching. See you in our next video.